Picture this moment. You are sitting at your kitchen table on a quiet Tuesday morning, holding a cup of coffee that has gone cold because you have been staring at the same number on your bank statement for the last 20 minutes. That number is your monthly CPP deposit. And no matter how many times you look at it, no matter how many years you spent working, contributing, sacrificing, and trusting the system, something about that number does not feel right. It does not feel like enough. It does not feel like what you were promised. And the most painful part is not the amount itself. The most painful part is the quiet, creeping suspicion that somewhere along the way, somebody forgot to tell you something important, something that could have changed everything. That feeling you are carrying right now is completely valid. Because there is something the government quietly built directly into your pension system back in 2019 that could increase your maximum monthly CPP retirement benefit by more than 50%. And the overwhelming majority of Canadians, including people who have been contributing faithfully for decades, have absolutely no idea it exists. Stay with us through this entire video, because what we are about to reveal in the middle of this video is the part that will genuinely change how you think about your retirement income for the rest of your life. And we promise you, the clickbait is not the headline. The real shock is what comes next. Welcome back to Canada Pension Map, the channel that exists for one reason and one reason only: to make sure that every hardworking Canadian who spent decades building this country through their labor, their taxes, and their contributions walks into retirement with every single dollar they have legally earned. If this is your first time joining us, subscribe right now, because what we cover here is not in a 10-second news headline, and it is not something your employer ever sat down and fully explained to you. This is the deep, verified, real information that directly affects your monthly income, your family's security, and your dignity in retirement. Today we are breaking down the CPP enhancement in full. The Government of Canada has officially confirmed that the Canada Pension Plan Enhancement will increase the maximum CPP retirement pension by more than 50% for those who make enhanced contributions for 40 years. That is not a number we invented. That is official language published directly at canada.ca. And yet, despite this being active government policy since January 2019, millions of Canadians are going through their working lives completely unaware that the pension they pay into has been fundamentally restructured in a way that could mean thousands of additional dollars in retirement income every single year. Before we go any further, this is not speculation. This is not financial opinion dressed up as fact. Every figure, every rule, and every number in this video is pulled directly from official Government of Canada sources. You can verify yourself. We will give you every link in the description below. That is the Canada Pension MAP commitment to you. Now let us go back to 2019, because that is where this story really begins. Before January 1st, 2019, the Canada Pension Plan was designed to replace only 25% of a worker's average pensionable earnings. That meant no matter how faithfully you contributed, no matter how many decades you worked and paid in, the absolute maximum the government would replace through CPP was 1/4 of what you earned during your career. For the millions of Canadians who work without an employer pension plan, and statistics confirm that fewer than 40% of private sector workers in Canada have access to any employer-sponsored retirement plan at all, 25% income replacement was simply not enough to live on with any dignity. The government recognized this reality, and in 2019, they did something about it that they never loudly announced. The CPP enhancement permanently changed the income replacement target from 25% of career earnings to 33.33%. That is a 1/3 replacement of your lifetime average earnings rather than 1/4. That single shift is the foundation of the entire 50% benefit increase being built into the system year by year, contribution by contribution, for every working Canadian paying into CPP right now. Now, here is where it gets genuinely fascinating, and here is where most Canadians lose the thread entirely. The enhancement was not a switch that flipped overnight. It was built as a phased 3-layer structure, stacking on top of the existing plan over time. The first layer is the original base CPP that existed before 2019. Every Canadian with pre-2019 contributions has those base credits fully protected and unchanged. The second layer is the first additional component, phased in between 2019 and 2023, which raised the combined contribution rate from 4.95% to 5.95%. Every dollar of that additional contribution was not just a deduction from your paycheck, it was a direct investment into a permanently higher monthly pension. The third layer is the one creating the most confusion across Canada right now. This is called CPP2, the second additional component, introduced in January 2024. And here is what almost nobody understands about it. In 2026, the standard earnings ceiling for CPP contributions, known as the year's maximum pensionable earnings, sits at $74,600. But the government introduced a brand new second ceiling called the year's additional maximum pensionable earnings. In 2026, that second ceiling sits at $85,000. This means, for the first time in Canadian history, there is a new band of income between $74,600 and $85,000 that is now fully pensionable. Employees earning in that range contribute an additional 4% on those earnings, and employers match that dollar for dollar. Self-employed Canadians pay the full 8% themselves. Every single dollar of those CPP2 contributions is building enhanced pension credits that will increase monthly retirement income permanently for life. Now stop right here, because this is the moment in the video we told you to wait for. Here is the financial reality that virtually nobody is discussing publicly. When the CPP enhancement is fully matured and reflected in retirement payouts, the potential combined monthly income from CPP and OAS together could replace 50% or more of pre-retirement income for moderate earners in Canada. If you earned $60,000 a year over your career and contributed fully under the enhanced system, the government structure is now designed to replace approximately $20,000 of your annual earnings through CPP alone compared to the $15,000 the old system was built to provide. Compounded over a 20 or 25-year retirement, that gap represents potentially $100,000 or more in additional lifetime income that the enhanced system generates and that the old system simply could not. That is not clickbait. That is the actuarial reality the Government of Canada built this reform around, and that most Canadians are walking past every single day without knowing it exists. Now, Canada Pension Map is going to be completely honest with you about who benefits and when, because this honesty is what separates real information from dangerous half-truths. If you retired before January 1st, 2019, the enhancement does not change your pension beyond standard inflation adjustments. If you are in your late 50s or early 60s approaching retirement soon, you will receive a partial enhancement, meaningfully higher than the old system, but not the full 50% because your enhanced contribution window is shorter. If you are mid-career, your benefit grows substantially. And if you are a younger Canadian who entered work after 2019 and contributes for a full 40-year career, you will be the first generation in Canadian history to retire with a pension that is more than 50% stronger than what any previous generation received. Knowing where you stand in this timeline also directly changes how much you need to save personally through RRSPs and TFSAs, because if your projected CPP is higher, your personal savings gap is smaller. That changes your retirement math at the most fundamental level. So what do you do right now with everything you have just learned? Here is your complete action plan. First, log into your My Service Canada account at canada.ca today, not next week, and pull your official statement of contributions. This document shows every year of your CPP history, your contribution amounts, and your projected monthly benefit. Without this number, you are planning your retirement with your eyes closed. Second, understand that if you are still working, every additional year of enhanced contributions is automatic and permanently adds to your lifetime pension with no action required from you. Third, if you are approaching 65, consider combining the deferral strategy with your enhanced benefit. Delaying CPP past 65 adds 0.7% permanently for every month you wait, up to a 42% increase at age 70. Stack that deferral boost on top of your enhanced CPP credits, and the resulting monthly income compared to what the old system at 65 would have provided is dramatically different. Fourth, if you are already collecting CPP and still working, your ongoing CPP2 contributions are generating post-retirement benefit credits being added permanently to your monthly income every year you continue. And fifth, if you are self-employed, your CPP2 contributions at 8% on income above $74,600 are building the same pension credits as an employed worker receiving both their own and their employer's contribution. For self-employed Canadians with no workplace pension, this may be the single most valuable retirement asset you are building right now. Here on Canada Pension Map, we started this video with that image of cold coffee and a bank statement that did not feel like enough. We hope by this moment you are feeling something completely different. Knowledge, clarity, and the quiet confidence of knowing exactly what you have built and exactly what steps protect every dollar of it. The CPP enhancement is real. The 50% increase is verified. The tools to check your own position are free and available right now at My Service Canada account on canada.ca. If this video gave you one fact you did not know before today, share it immediately with someone in your life who needs to hear it. A coworker approaching retirement, a family member still building their career. Drop a comment below right now and tell us whether you are a near retiree, mid-career contributor, or younger Canadian just starting out. Our team reads every single comment, and your questions directly shape the next video we produce for this community. Hit the like button if this gave you genuine clarity. Subscribe and turn on notifications so every new verified update about your CPP, your OAS, and your complete retirement picture reaches you the moment it is published. Your retirement is not a destination you drift toward. It is a decision you make with the right information. And Canada Pension Map is here every single time to make sure you have it. We will see you in the next video. Your pension, your rights, your future. This is Canada Pension Map.